sickness could not hold me. So I sing
29 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Yeah, I sing for you. I'm here for you, man. I'm here.
Let me sing for you, Shanti. I could have heard those dry bones calling. I heard them calling.
I think Jamo sang that song for both of us, yeah?
Let me sing for you.
That's my decision. Someone asked me, are you going to sing a calypso for us again? Antonio Zukwiri. Of course, I'll sing a song with a calypso beat, but singing a different song. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? Everybody all right? Nice. ASP Trevor Rodney, good morning to you, bro. How you doing? He's one of the officers that go out of his way to make things happen for people. He's a pastor by profession too, by volition. Yeah. Morning to you and the family. Pastor Laurie, good morning to you and the family, man. West Hall New Testament Church of God. How do you do? Brother Magic, how you doing, papi? You good? Nice. Shanti Pupu. Mary Ibang says, good morning. So to the Cheryl Lalji, good morning to all my family, she says. Anika Reese says, good morning. Ray Charles, good morning, Grenada, enough love. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, GBN, Grenada, Carrie, Kupidi Martinique, good morning, Gordon Innocent Joseph. Everyone, blessed day to everyone. Petlin George, good morning. My sympathy to you and your family. Thank you, Petlin. Frances Buckmeyer says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Have a wonderful day today. I certainly will do my best. Right. My Grenada Pastor Rodney, good morning. Okay, good. Lydia Cameron, good morning to each and everyone on the Spice Island. Maxwell Belfon, good morning to my dear brother Joseph. Have a great day today. Thank you all so much. Yep. 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's see what's happening on our WhatsApp platform. Good morning to all. Okay. Says good morning to all my beautiful friends and family from German in Montreal, Canada. Love you all. Wow, German, good morning. What are you doing up so early, girl? Up the cold, I understand, yeah? Good. All right, my good friend, I said identify yourself. He says, little adjustment is always better than a lengthy argument, and a meaningful silence is always better than meaningless words. Good morning. Yeah, that's one of his thoughts for the day. Let me see. He usually sends he or she, man. You have me in an awkward position. Just identify yourself now. An old man said, erasers are made for those who made mistakes. A youth replied, erasers are made for those who are willing to correct their mistakes. Attitude matters. Yeah, that's good. That's nice. I like this. A poet was once asked, how do you remain cool in every situation? The poet answered, I just remind myself that I am made of mud and will return back to mud. Then why have pride and anger? Some wonderful thoughts. Okay. All right. Someone says to me, that was yesterday. at 9:35 p.m. Yeah, I understand some folks were beating up on me because I was not, dealing with the Facebook and WhatsApp pages on the Beyond the Headlines last night. I don't have access to that there. All right, someone says, Innocent, put Cunha on the list as a hero too. He was an ordinary man from St. David who built a beetle trap and saved the cocoa industry, which was being destroyed by these beetles. Cunha. I like that name. Cunha. Yeah. All right. So everybody good. Yeah, that sounds good. Let me do this. I am finally hearing my Spanish guitar in the background. 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's get with the program. The word for the day, it's a verb. It's an action word, and the word is mollycoddle. 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 That's the spelling. Mollycoddle. All right, and when you mollycoddle someone, you are treating that person with an excessive or absurd degree of indulgence or attention. Yep, mollycoddle. Okay, mollycoddle. I like that word. All right, so you are treating that person with an excessive or an absurd degree of indulgence or attention. Now, here's how we can use this word. The newborn cub at the wildlife park enjoys being mollycoddled by its mother. Yeah, she's very protective. She's very, very much there. Has a lot of maternal instincts. Yep. It's now time for Nadisha's part of the program, the thought of the day. And whenever I do that, I like to say good morning to the folks out there in Cafe in St. Andrew. All right, some folks keep mistaking it for St. David. Cafe is in St. Andrew. So too is Croshu. All right, the boundary is on Lambert Bridge. Okay, so get that in your head. All right, Croshu. Good morning, Croshu Gas Station, Mr. McQueen and your entire staff. All right, good morning to the Joneses. All right, who else is up there? Good morning to the Sandersons. All right, Nakita and Ryan and the Home Circle. Good morning to Alwyn and the team in Bacolet. Good morning to the folks at the Village Bakery. Yeah, how you doing, partners? Long time I didn't see you. All right, hope you're doing fine. Mama Can and Munich and surrounding areas. Hope, good morning. Well, the thought of the day, if you want to fly, you have to give up the things that weigh you down. Yeah, if you want to fly, if you want to soar, you've got to let go the dead weight. Yep, they'll keep you down. And you don't want that, right? Nice. What's buzzing this morning? Just a gentle reminder that the hunting season for the Manikou, Tatu, Iguana, Rami, and Monkey, it's been open from the 1st of October, and it remains open until the 31st of December. Please be mindful to seek property owners' permission before you trespass on the property for hunting purposes. Don't go into people's property, unauthorized. You can get yourself in problems. And don't go hunting for the things that are not on the list. I did not see soursop on this list. I didn't see breadfruit. I didn't see coconut. I didn't see plantain, nor blugger, not green bananas. All right? Or ripe bananas. Hunt for the things that are on the list. All right? No, nice. Buzzing, also the Judicial Committee of His Majesty's Privy Council has granted leave to the office of the DPP to appeal the decision of the OECS Court of Appeal in the Alexander Clark murder case. The office of the DPP is now waiting on a date for the hearing before the Privy Council, marking a significant chapter in the high-profile case. All right. Nice. Reminding you that National Heroes Day is on October 19th, a day to reflect, honor, and recognize our heroes. Now, all Grenadians are invited to be part of the inaugural Heroes Day commemorative events. All right, 9 a.m. the ecumenical service at the National Stadium. At 1 p.m. the nationwide tolling of the church bells. At 7 p.m. light tribute at the Carnage. Now, transportation to the National Stadium will be available. You just need to contact the parliamentary office of your area, of your constituency, and make those arrangements. I don't know, man. From the conversation we had last night on Beyond the Headlines, quite a number of folks seem to have some, concerns with the Heroes Day, that whole agenda of the Heroes Day. Some folks are of the opinion that the date is wrong, and the selection panel isn't known, and the criteria, and so forth. So I just, it is what it is. As you would hear in the news this morning, that event or activity has been gazetted and will be published, or it was published. You'll hear it in the news. Quickly, let's go back to our Facebook page before we run off. Arthur Langine says, "Good morning, my brother." Morning. Good morning, bro. How you doing? Petlin says, "You're cutting style on my firing." No, Petlin, you don't understand the kind of schedule I have. Yeah, I'm on a tightrope. I don't have the time to, but don't worry, I'll make the arrangement and get it collected, all right, Petlin? Because I need the firing as soon as I can. Okay, thanks, though. Yulin Alexander says, "Good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada, Carrico, Pidi Matnik. Blessings to all on this terrific Tuesday. Have a wonderful, safe day ahead. Everyone from New York." Anne-Marie Thomas, "Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Blessed and safe day. Nice meeting you yesterday." Okay, I'm getting aged. Catherine Phillips says, "Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to you, Catherine. Hope you're doing fine." All right. Someone says, "Heroes Month is in June. We also held the Heroes of the Homeland maneuver in June." Okay. I just wish that I could have, identified who was making, this. All right, good night. Okay, the music in the background of the program is very distracting. Okay, that's from last night I asked to play Scholar's Hero. I heard of the parenting workshop that's happening around the island. I will have to go to in St. Patrick. What I would like to know is what date and time. Okay. All right. Right. So these are yesterday. Okay. All right, folks, this is where we've got to take that break. We've got to head to the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather here on Classic. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Before I go off, Jennifer Lawrence says, "Good morning." Good morning to all those of you out there in the diaspora. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. My brother Cecil Cadet, good morning. How are you doing, you and the family? Hope all is well. So we break for the AM edition. We have guests this morning, and we'll see what the conversation will be like. See you on the flip side of 7.
Hey, come closer. I want to tell you something amazing.
I am Nexa. And when I say Nexa, I mean more than just another financial institution. We're a family. We're a community.
A community that listens and values your voice in every decision we make.
Big financial decisions can be daunting, but Nexa is a strong support system here to guide you every step of the way.
Nexa believes in empowerment, but you are never alone. We're with you wherever your road leads.
Whether it's owning my first home, educating my kids, or starting a business, Nexa is where I am following my dreams.
And here's the exciting part. You can be part of this incredible journey too. Just join today.
I am Nexa, and you can be too.
We're making it even better to be a Nexa member. Ask a friend who's already a member to refer you. Our members refer someone, and both of you can enjoy special rewards. It's a win-win. Call us at 440-1354. Visit us on our social media or our website for how to join.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Classes have been canceled for the week, but students and teachers of the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School came together for a special church service this morning as part of efforts to help them cope with the devastating reality of their school being gutted by fire over the weekend. More in this report.
The Ministry of Education, through its Student Support Services Unit, held psychosocial support sessions for students and staff of the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School on Monday, after a special church service facilitated by the Anglican Church in St. Andrew. The staff and students are once again displaced, as over the weekend 9 classes were consumed by fire while others were damaged. The incident happened on Friday night between 10 and 10:30 p.m. According to a release issued by government, ministry officials, including the Minister for Education, Senator the Honorable David Andrew, Permanent Secretary Elvis Moraine, and Acting Chief Education Officer Alana Felix Roberts, traveled to the active fire site on Saturday morning to ascertain the nature of the situation and the extent of the damage. During the visit, they provided support to the acting principal, Jennifer Rodney, teachers and staff of the school who were also present. The team was later joined by representatives from the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, the president of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, and the chief technical officer in the Ministry of Infrastructure and Physical Development, Kevin Blash, to conduct further assessment. The Royal Grenada Police Force was also on site to undertake the necessary investigation. The Ministry of Education release further indicated that all classes at the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School during the period October 16th to the 20th have been suspended. On Tuesday, the ministry is expected to hold discussions with representatives from the school board as well as the PTA executive and members of staff to finalize arrangements for the continuation of immediate operations. The ministry stated that the safety and psychosocial well-being of staff and students and the continuity of teaching and learning are of foremost importance. Consequently, efforts will be ongoing until viable solutions are finalized and implemented to ensure that there is as minimal disruption to classes as possible. The ministry reaffirms its commitment to providing all the essential support to ensure that the St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School continues to thrive. For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
From April 22nd to 24th of 2024, Grenada will host the Caribbean Tourism Organization's Conference on Sustainable Tourism Development.
Making the announcement via a video recording during the wrap-up press conference following the CTO State of Tourism Industry Conference held in the Turks and Caicos Island last week, Grenada's Minister of Tourism, Lennox Andrew, thanked the CTO for selecting the destination to host the important event. The conference plays a key role in disseminating information and increasing awareness of the CTO's vision related to sustainable tourism.
As a government and as a people, we are quite happy that the CTO has taken that decision to have that conference in Grenada. As most of people would know, Grenada is indeed a very much heavily dependent tourism economy, with that industry contributing more than 15% to our gross domestic product. And therefore, holding that conference in Grenada would demonstrate the importance of the industry to Grenada, what we as a nation and as a people are doing and have been doing to develop the industry, and that we will be happy to receive the many guests and the many personnel linked to CTO from the Caribbean, from the World Bank, and from wherever else to come to Grenada to experience our warmth, our hospitality, and to get a sense of a new experience that the tourism industry in Grenada offers to people all over the world. And therefore for us, that conference means a lot to our economy and to our people.
The Caribbean Conference on Sustainable Tourism Development was last held in 2019 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The conference examines how member states can design and implement sustainable tourism policies and programs, offering a regional forum for information exchange on the successes and pitfalls of national, regional, and international initiatives. The opening day of the conference on April 22, 2024 coincides with the observance of Earth Day, which will be celebrated under the theme Planet versus Plastic. Christina John, GBN News.
The Judicial Committee of His Majesty's Privy Council has granted leave to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution to appeal the decision of the OECS Court of Appeal in the Alexander Clack murder case. The Office of the DPP is now awaiting a date for the hearing of the appeal before the Privy Council, marking a significant chapter in the high-profile case.
The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution is now awaiting a date for the hearing of the appeal before the Privy Council, marking a significant chapter in the high-profile case. The Judicial Committee's approval is dated July 19th, approximately 6 months after the application was filed in December 2022. Clark was released from the Richmond Hill prison in September 2022 after serving only 8 years of his 67-year sentence for the gruesome death of his 27-year-old wife, Nixian Downs Clark, with whom he shared a daughter. His release followed the Court of Appeal declaring a permanent stay in his appeal due to the unavailability of transcripts from the Supreme Court Registry. The Court of Appeal ruled that the conviction and sentence be quashed and a verdict of acquittal entered, or that the applicant's sentence is commuted to manslaughter and the sentence reduced to time served.
All the evidence was properly recorded and available. It was only one aspect of the trial that was not available to complete the record. That being the case, we are of the view that the court should have considered the appeal on its merits based on what material is available, and to that extent make a decision in relation to the conviction and the sentence. We don't believe that you could simply discharge like that without addressing the conviction and the sentence. We must bear in mind that, yes, the Court of Appeal has authority in relation to appeals before it, but we have a man who is still convicted and is still under a sentence of imprisonment. And to have him walking through without that being addressed, we think should not be allowed to stand.
Director of Public Prosecution Christopher Nelson, KC, Alexander Clark was found guilty of non-capital murder for the June 17th, 2014 death of Nixian, whose lifeless body was found inside a black suitcase buried in a shallow grave at Montmorency St. George. An autopsy report revealed that she died of blunt force trauma and asphyxiation due to strangulation. Clark was represented in the matter by attorney Anselm Clouden.
Received some communications from a firm of solicitors in England. Mr. Clark has instructed them to proceed as respondent to the application. Sections 5 of the Constitution makes it mandatory that every accused person must be facilitated with a copy of the record of proceedings where he has appealed. And that was the ground upon which we appealed and argued strenuously.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
A 75-year-old man is currently recovering from injuries sustained during a shooting incident at True Blue St. George on Sunday night. The incident occurred sometime after 8 p.m., as confirmed by a brief statement from the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. The victim, whose identity has not been officially disclosed, was admitted to St. George's General Hospital. Efforts to contact the hospital for an update on the victim's condition on Monday have proven futile. Officials from the CRD have confirmed that no arrests have been made in connection with the incident. Meanwhile, sources have identified the shooting victim as Clifford Warderley, a retired international pilot who resides at St. George. GBN spoke with Jude Bernard, who resides mere feet from where the shooting occurred.
It happened right outside of my house, literally. I was talking to a friend on the phone, and I just walked out on the porch, and I saw the flashing lights, and then I said, oh, something must have happened. I went down there, and they said it was somebody got shot. I said, I heard no gunfire. Well, I just hope that Mr. Wadali didn't receive any life-threatening or life-changing injury. Yeah, I know him very well to be not just a gentleman, but a gentle person. And I do not know what would have triggered such a response from anyone. I have no idea of, the circumstances, but just hope that he will be fine.
Meanwhile, police investigations are ongoing to determine the circumstances surrounding the most recent shooting incident. There's been an increase in gun-related activities for 2023. Statistics shared with reporters recently revealed that police have confiscated 31 illegal firearms during the year so far, an increase of 15 when compared to the same period in 2022. Mental health workers have paused industrial action after 3 weeks of protest. Executive members of the PWU announced this on Monday morning. We have more in this report.
The industrial action taken by mental health workers have been placed on pause as union representatives say government has shown a commitment to meeting workers' needs. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, confirmed that 6 of the 10 community health workers have already received their claims, and Permanent Secretary for Mental Health and Wellness, Naomi Jeremiah, has made promises in a public forum to address the workers' plight.
It was stated that the minister has spoken to workers. What are we saying? There is no purpose for the union in this dispensation. The workers here have a bargaining agent in the form of our union as others in other workplaces. So a minister, in our respectful view, ought not to say interaction with the workers is enough. They have a legal and official bargaining agent and representative that, in terms of negotiation and collective bargaining is very, very important in the process. So we are concerned about this. We would like to know if this is the new trend, the new culture in this dispensation where ministers feel that the union is just an accessory and they don't have to meet.
Although he applauded government officials for their declaration to resolve the issue facing workers, the PWU president stated that some of the information indicated by the Permanent Secretary for Health was not fully accurate.
There are a lot of things that we considered inaccurate. We would not, on a public platform, say the PS was lying. The PS is actually our member. But we will just say that we detected some inaccuracies in her presentation on behalf of her, right? So the first thing, there was an attempt to make it look that the workers here have received or are receiving extreme amounts of allowances unique to them and so forth. So for example, they spoke about subsistence allowance. Subsistence allowance is $210. All nurses basically get subsistence. Then there was talk about uniform allowance. If one is not listening keenly, one would think the 750 uniform allowances per month. it is per annum. So when you break that down, that is basically $62.50 a month.
Grimes, who is again calling for dialogue with the Minister for Health, Jonathan Lackret, on charting the way forward, also pointed out that he is disappointed with government's move in sidelining the union in the negotiation process.
Demonstrable action to pay. 50% of the workers received mileage from last year, and claims are continuing to be sent in and processed. Public declaration and commitment to make the workers designated traveling officers based on what they have to do. So we deem those things as positive and enough to make us to put a pause on the industrial action and really seek social dialogue, have a sit down, and so both parties can understand each other.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pat Thomas reporting.
International Credit Union Day has been celebrated annually on the third Thursday of October since 1948. The day exists to raise awareness and celebrate what makes credit unions unique, a mission to bring financial inclusion and well-being to people all over the world. Credit unions in Grenada will join their counterparts worldwide on October 19th in celebrating the 75th anniversary of International Credit Union Day. Local celebrations will be held at Pearl's Airstrip, St. Andrew, on Wednesday, beginning with a parade at 1 p.m. from Sea Moon Pasture, followed by live entertainment. Several businesses have also partnered with the Grenada Credit Union brand to offer discounts and specials to credit union members throughout the month of October. Members can also win prizes during the Grenada Credit Union Trivia Fridays on the Grenada Cooperative League Limited Facebook page. Celebrations in Carriacou are scheduled to take place at the Hillsborough Tennis Court on Thursday, October 26th, with a parade from the Hillsborough Community Center at 2:00 p.m. Despite the many obstacles faced, the Robotics Club from the T.A. Marisho Community College placed 35th among 191 countries that participated in the 2023 First Global Challenge in Singapore.
The T.A. Marisho Community College Robotics Club is back on island after representing Grenada at the 2023 First Global Challenge in Singapore. Team Grenada ranked 35th out of 191 countries and second for the Caribbean. Team captain Khalesia John spoke of their journey to Singapore.
I'm beyond excited that we were able to accomplish such an amazing goal, and I'm really proud of my team and happy that I have the mentors that I have, because they were really the ones that drove us through this entire process, even though they weren't with us on the fields competing. So we've had a mixed bag of emotions throughout the competition. Leaving Grenada, we were very excited to participate as a team of 5 and our 2 mentors, and upon arrival in Singapore, we dwindled down into a team of 2 due to some technical difficulties. So it was very difficult participating as a team of 2, but we managed to pull together our resources and collaborate and get what we had to get done.
John explained the many challenges they have had to push through, including the inability of some team members to participate.
The biggest challenge as it relates to the trip, I would have to say our 3 other team members and 2 team mentors getting stuck in quarantine, and it's only being the 2 of us. And not only was it just the 2 of us, we had no way of communicating our team mentors because their Wi-Fi was not the best. As college students, our biggest challenge was being able to find time to work on the robot together as a group, because we would never have the same free time. So that was definitely our biggest challenge.
This year's theme was Hydrogen Horizon. The main objective of the challenge, John said, was to collaborate not with your own alliance, but rather a one-world alliance. John explained the functioning of the robot.
During the first global competition, we captured this gold medal for courageous achievement, being a team of 2 and overcoming those challenges and placing so high in our rankings, and also outstanding social media. Our robot took in the hydrogen and oxygen atoms, we separated it, dumped it into electrolyzer, and then our human player would shoot it into the above tank. And the way of getting points is the alliances that collect the most balls get the most points. And there's also a competition bonus at the end. So there's a huge tank in the middle. That's where you go in, all the robots go in, and they either hang or park, and then every team from the One World Alliance, which is all 6 teams from different countries, gets extra points from doing so.
Christina John, GBN News.
Many people still do not heed the warnings about cyber scams. Tonight, we remind people that scammers are everywhere. Here's the latest scam highlighted through the GBN ISOL lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISOL is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Tonight's ISOL serves as a warning to all citizens to beware of one of the latest cyber scams. A WhatsApp message has been in circulation purporting to be from telecommunications company Digicel. The WhatsApp message bears the likeness of the Digicel logo and is tagged Digicel Government Subsidy. The accompanying link then presents a survey to the holder of the device, urging them to complete it for a chance to obtain over $2,000. The Cybersecurity Incidents Response Team, CSIRT, is urging Grenadians not to click on the links as the messages are deemed malicious. Our ISO line is open for submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Thompson, co-owner and founder of Sweet Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NIF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
101 reasons for you to shop at Courts now. Get up to 35% off selected items store-wide. Save on select lounge sets, fridges, stoves, washers, mattresses, smart TVs, and more. Get what you want today with no cash and make your first payment in 90 days. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. So there's 101 reasons to shop at Courts. Courts, bringing value home. Promotion runs from September 25 to October 23, 2023. Conditions apply.
Coming up on Caribbean Passport. Food and rum cravings acting up? Well, it's that time of year in Barbados. Over 1,000 runners on the streets of Port of Spain. It's the newest road race challenge. A Pan-As premiere. It's all next on this station.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Coming up on Caribbean Medical, breast cancer.
And millions of women are every year surviving breast cancer and living full and complete lives.
So once again, promotion, prevention, these are areas that we need to strengthen on so that we can even get early detection and then we can walk from there.
Caribbean Medical, right here on this station.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Welcome, viewers and listeners. It's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock, and as I told you yesterday, I am honored to be in the presence of someone that I think should be on our heroes list. As a matter of fact, some folks said that last night. Lindon Victor, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you in studio. I feel, like I said, I feel like a champion myself. Before we go further, I'd like Grenada to see your medal, man.
Yeah. I thought it would be good for Grenada to see it, you know.
Yes, definitely. Now, Lindon, I want you to, for folks who don't know, I want you to give people an appreciation for who Lindon really is, where is Lindon from, and your rise to stardom.
Well, I don't even know where to begin.
Start from the start.
Well, my dad always say he carried me from Happy all the way to Laughing. Yeah, but I grew up in the humble village of Laughing, St. David. I spent all my life growing up there. Went to St. Dominic's Roman Catholic, then I was blessed enough to go to GBSS, and
you're one of those boys.
Yeah, of course,
one of those GBSS
boys. And after that, I was even more blessed to receive a sports scholarship to go to Texas A&M University, where I was coached by Aline Francique.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
So your career, your sporting. Okay, we'll come to the sporting subsequently. The scholarship that you got. What were you doing?
I got an athletic scholarship to go to Texas A&M, and I studied business at the university.
Okay.
Yes, I have a business degree from Texas A&M.
Wow. So, folks, you see, the reason for me, zeroing in on that point, ever so often we talk about the academics, and sometimes we talk about the sports and the co-curricular activities. But it's important, very important, that we maintain that sort of balance, so that when Lindon his sporting career days are over, he can go back to his academics.
Yeah, to be honest with you, when I started track and field, my whole goal was to get an education, and anything else that came after that was a bonus.
Was the icing on the cake?
Yes, okay. Definitely. Growing up in La Femme, I don't have the resources to get an education from Texas A&M, and track and field afforded me that opportunity, and I took full advantage of it. I had a really good GPA coming out of college, and I had job opportunities as soon as I graduated. But I love track and field, and I love representing Grenada, so I chose that route instead.
Okay, but you can always go back to those offerings. I mean, the same ones might not be there, but offerings of a similar nature will pop up, because what you're actually doing, you're actually advertising yourself and Grenada in a process.
Yeah.
Lindon Victor, okay, I've done this, I've been there, I've done that. Now it's my time to contribute in another sphere. So here I am. Use me.
Yeah, I like to call myself an ambassador for the country, and everything that I do and everything that I say embodies what being a Grenadian is. And when people see me and I interact with them, I want them to know that this Grenadian people are friendly and Grenadian people are welcoming, and that's who I am, and that's who I try to embody every time I put on the Grenada uniform or just interact with anybody. I've had a lot of people visit Grenada because of how I big up Grenada every time I do. And it was like, I really have to see it, and a few months later they take a picture and show that they actually in Grenada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, Lindon Victor walking along with another hero from Grenada, Aline Francique. How did that come about, and what was that experience like?
I mean, it was amazing because, first of all, it came about because Francique he was one of the guys that believed in my ability, and he told me to come take a visit at Texas A&M University, and I absolutely loved it there. And Francis, he does a good job not coaching me physically, but he coaches me mentally, and he would tell me things like, do it for your country, man, do it for your country. And he knows how to get me going. And the other coaches in America, they were white, and they didn't know how to...
They didn't have the Grenadian touch.
Yes, yes. And he was very, very instrumental in my success in college. I would say that. And I had one of the best collegiate careers by any human beings to ever walk any campus in the U.S. So he was really, really instrumental in that.
Okay, and now that's the physical side. Your family has a very deep spiritual background.
Yeah.
I mean, your dad is an awesome guy. Your sisters and
my mother.
Your mom. Yeah. Well, of course, your mom. I can't forget your mom. I saved the best for last. Yeah. So, and what about you? How connected are you with spirituality?
I mean, I always say this to people: God is my source. He's the source of my strength. He's the source of my abilities, and me maximizing my ability is just my way of worshiping and my way of giving glory to God, because I think that when God has blessed you with a talent, that what He's blessed me with, the best thing you could do with it is maximize it. And that's how I've always viewed my talent as. It's just a gift from God, and it's like no man could give you these abilities that I have.
So when Finn talks to me, he says he gets it from my genes. Finn, good morning. I know he's standing up in front of the TV now.
Yeah, it's just a blessing, man. I tell people this all the time. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, statistically, I'm not supposed to be ranked number 3 in the world. I'm not supposed to be one of the best decathletes to ever walk the planet, and it's just by the grace of God that I'm able to do this. Because, like I said in a previous interview, like Grenada is blessed tremendously because statistically, there's 8 billion people in the world, and Grenada has 100,000 people, and for us to have me ranked number 3 in the world, Anderson ranked number 5 in the world, Kriani ranked number 5 in the world. Statistically, it should not even be possible.
No.
And I don't want the Grenadian publics to think that this is normal and this is what it's going to be like, because it should not be happening. We should not do that.
Yeah.
But like I said, like Grenada is a blessed country, and we've been really blessed to have some really, really, really great athletes come true,
God is a Grenadian.
I really believe it. He has to be.
God is a Grenadian.
He has to be.
In terms of your coaching in your youthful career, all right, who coached you locally? I mean, when did you start showing your prowess?
So I started off, I dabbled with different coaches, but it wasn't until I met Paul Phillip. And so, fun fact about Paul, I've known Paul since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and he's always told me to come train, and I never did. And it wasn't until I was like 14, just around there, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go down to St. David's and train with him. And my first weight session, he looked up to me, and if anybody knows Paul, he's like, "You weak." And
that's his motivational speech.
Yeah. And my response to him was like, soon you would not have enough weights in the gym for me to lift. And then after the year passed, I lifted out the entire gym. Yeah, and he was like, for me, we had a good coach-athlete relationship, but we also had a good relationship, and I think that was one of the reasons why we were so successful, because we used to sit in Lasajas probably until like we finished practice an extra 2 hours just talking about like what we would do if we win a medal, or what we would do if we become one of the best in the world. And we just had these conversations not knowing that it was even possible, while we were just talking about it for hours and days and years.
You were planting the seed.
Yeah, and like to see it all come to fruition now is just amazing.
You planted the seed and you spoke it into being.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's. And what are some of your greatest challenges that you face out there? You know, being that third ranked in the world, what are some of the greatest challenges that you faced?
Well, being a decathlete is tough. One of the greatest challenges is staying healthy. You know, I have to compete in 10 events. I have to train for 10 events, and the body takes a beating. The body takes a real beating after every training session, after every decathlon. So one of the biggest challenges is just finding good doctors and the right team to ensure that, okay, my body is remaining optimal. And well, obviously finding the right team requires finance, you know, so that's another one of the biggest challenges, where you know, like, you want to be able to see the best doctor, but you can't afford to see the best guys.
I was actually having a conversation with Paul about 3 weeks ago. I met him somewhere up Central, and we were talking, and when he was explaining that, and I'm like, wow, people out there would hear that, you know, Lindon is doing so well, and, you know, he's topping and he's ranked number 3, and yeah, he's got it locked. But when he explained to me, you know, certain things like, you know, having to see the best physio and the costing, I mean, I am certain he wouldn't mind me divulging this, but he he told me of a time when you all had to leave Europe and go to, I think it was Texas, and a friend of yours assisted with, you know, the physio and so forth, and you know, you're all having to bunk up and so forth, and I'm saying, like, wow, these are the challenges that, you know, third ranked in the world has to undergo.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's like with everything there are challenges, but like the least challenges you have, the more successful you're gonna be, you know, like not having to worry about some of the little things that are completely avoidable. But yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like Urias has to do it, Anderson has to do it. Like there's a lot of challenges that goes into being, and that's what makes this so even more unique. Where like Germany placed millions of dollars into athletics, like millions of dollars. And Germany didn't win a single medal at the World Championships.
Wow.
Like, when you put that into perspective, like countries like Singapore, who is one of the richest countries in the world, and like the medals that I win, they offer $1 million for.
So and no, live in Singapore?
No, that's what I'm saying. But like, like these are some of the challenges, and this is what I'm saying. Like when you see countries like these not win medals, and then Grenada has won a medal in every championship from the last 5 years. That's just remarkable.
Yeah. I remembered having Dexter Mitchell and Kwame Hippolyte on a program, a Beyond the Headlines program, a couple of weeks back, and they were talking about plan of establishing the sports policy and so forth. And one of the key points that came out from that conversation was that enough resources are not being placed into athletics. A comparison was made with the amount of monies that are spent with the GHA, the GHT, the Tourism Authority, and so forth. A lot of money is placed in their hands to go out and advertise and promote Grenada, but you guys do that easily.
Yeah, I mean, when I learned of the budget, and I was like, wow, this is crazy, because we are literally doing that every time we step on the field. Every time the Grenada flag is, like, I correct people anytime they say Grenada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I correct.
That's a different. Grenada is a place in Spain, I think.
Spain.
Yes.
Yes. So, like I said, we travel the entire world, and people want to know about Grenada. They want to know, what are we eating? What are we doing? Everybody asks me what my diet's like.
Yeah.
like what is it in the water in Grenada? And people come to see, like, okay, what is this beautiful island you guys keep talking about? Like, what is this beautiful island on your social media? What is this beautiful island that you keep posting on your Instagram and your Facebook? You know, right. People, when I come to Grenada and I take the pictures and I show them the beach and what Grand Dance looks like, and they're just like, I have to come here.
Wow.
And you know, some people that are marketing Grenada are not genuine. Like, it's a business, but for me, it's a love.
Could you repeat this? Repeat this?
Yeah. For me, it's a love. Like, some of the people are not genuine when it comes to what they do for Grenada. You know, like, they're getting paid to do it. But I do what I do for Grenada out of love.
Right. Okay. For young folks out there who are listening, right? School children who are aspiring to be, you know, athletes, what advice can you give them?
First of all, know your why. Why are you doing it, you know? And I always tell people this: the talent that you have does not belong to you. So what you do with it is important. Like, God gave you these abilities, and I like one of my favorite scripture verses is the one that God gave the 5 talents, the 10 talents, and the 1 talent, and the guy buried his talent.
Yeah.
And don't bury your talent, maximize it, because God, even if you try, God is going to multiply it. Right, so I live by that code. That's why I do 10 events, because I tried one. I tried one, and he gave me 10. Right, so I would say to them also, like, write your goals down. That is something that I've started doing, and seeing your goals, like writing it down, is just, it gives you motivation to go out there and achieve something. Because if you don't have a goal, then why are you going to practice?
Yeah. What are you doing it for?
Yeah. Then you settle for anything that comes. So have a goal and always try to shoot for the goal, and set high goals for yourself.
Yeah. There's someone that said, if your goal or your dream doesn't frighten you, then it's not big enough.
Yeah. But a lot of people, they go to practice and they don't even know why they're going to practice for. For me, like I said, I went to practice because I wanted to get the education, and I knew that was my only chance of getting a degree. Like, I couldn't just say, Finn, I want to go to the US to go study. That probably was not possible at all.
Yeah.
But my goal was to get the free education. And every time I trained, every time I laced up my shoes, every time I walked to practice, I walked to practice, walked from practice. That was my goal.
That was your sole motivator.
Yeah, to get an education.
Wow. So it's important to identify what you want to be and set a path.
Definitely.
Where does Lindon go from here?
Well, the biggest thing right now is Paris 2024. I'm getting ready for that.
Are you well?
I like this. I am not 100%, but I'm hoping that by 2024, I would be there. I'm working on a strategic plan to be able to see some of the best doctors. Hopefully that the people that I'm speaking to, we come together and we have the right plan to help me see some of the best doctors that would really be able to get me firing and ready to go. And once I'm ready to go and I'm firing on all cylinders, you know.
Can we expect a gold medal from Paris 24?
Definitely, because you don't train to lose.
Right.
Like, I don't train to lose. I don't put my body through that to lose. So I'm gonna train to win the gold medal.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna do. And on the day, I show up and do my best to try to win the gold medal.
I watched you in the World Champs, and you know, even your walk to the field was purposeful.
Yeah.
You know, I can see like every step that you take is like, I'm gonna win this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win this. And what you know touched me most is, even as unrecognizable as Grenada is, you know, in terms of fans in the stadium away, but whenever you go to perform, I would see you hyping the crowd, and I said, this is good.
I like you, the arena is where I'm happy.
Yeah, that's your home.
Yes, because the arena is like, I feel like I'm an entertainer. And believe it or not, like, I saw the medal even before I won the medal.
Okay.
Like, I had so much confidence going into the meet because it was almost like I knew it was there and I just had to go get it.
Okay, it was waiting for you.
Yeah.
But why the bronze and not the gold? What separated that?
Yeah, man, so I was hurt all year.
Okay. You weren't well.
I was like, for the first 6 months, I probably trained 5 days in 6 months.
Wow.
I showed up to practice every day, driving to practice, injured. And I'm saying to myself, today's the day that you practice, and then I can't do nothing because I'm in pain. I did that for 5 months, for 6 months straight. I went to every doctor. The doctors were like, you have a sports hernia, you have a sports hernia, you need surgery. I was like, I'm not going to take your opinion. I went to a different doctor. He said the same thing. I went to a different doctor. He said, you have a sports hernia. You need to do surgery. That's the only way that you can get rid of a sports hernia, because it's a tear in the muscle.
Yeah.
I did MRIs, I did X-rays, everything. And I just I refused to take the surgery. 2, the surgery was just, in America, without insurance, surgeries are almost impossible. Like, you're talking $80,000 to do a surgery. And the whole time I just kept saying to my coach that I'm going to win a medal. I'm going to win a medal. And he is like, you can't even train. How are you going to win a medal? And we went. A doctor from California flew me out, and she did her stuff, and she was like, you don't have a sports hernia. It's one of the craziest things I ever experienced.
Well,
and she gave me some.
God is a crazy kind of fella.
I'm telling you, I tell people this: God put you in situations where only Him could get the glory, because no physician could be like, oh, I did this or I did that, because of what I went through for the first 6 months. And she just gave me some medicine for some information, and I was able to train.
Wow.
And it was that simple.
Yeah.
Like just one pill a day.
A divine lineup.
I'm telling you, man. And maybe I did have a sports hernia, and God healed it. Maybe I didn't. I would never know. But if I had listened to the doctors and gotten surgery, I would not even be at the World Championships.
Wow. Yeah, I could understand that.
So it was just, and it was just a crazy thing, but like I said, that bronze was like a gold medal.
Well, that's how it was celebrated. That's how it was celebrated. I mean, even from the podium's point of view, the way it was, you know, it was broadcasted, it was like Lindon got the gold.
Yeah.
You know? All right. Well, we have to wrap up now, but before you go, I you see, this interview wasn't just to sit and chat with Lindon, you know. I know people are listening, parents are listening, children are listening, guardians are listening, and in my heart, you're a hero.
Yes.
Well, I can't, saying that is an understatement to your family. As I said, your dad lives for Lindon. Well, not all his children,
yes.
You know, but Lindon is, you know, is right. When your sporting career days are over,
yes.
What will Lindon do?
I've given it a lot of thought, and there's a lot of things. Like I said, I have a business degree. I'm looking into dabbling into some different things, but I really trust God as to what's good. Like I trust God that it's going to work out. The biggest thing is that we can all say that the jobs are going to be there when you're done, but when I'm done, I'm going to be 33, 34, right? That's 12 years of not working.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it. Like, you go for a job, they want, what's your experience?
I was a deck-athlete.
So, but I want to be a entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I want to be my own boss, because I feel like I've been my own boss for so long. And there's some things that I'm starting to work on. My biggest thing also is hoping that I get the land that was promised to me.
Okay, you haven't received it as yet.
Not yet, so I'm working on that with the government to try to get that rectified as soon as possible, and so I can start a little business or something in Grenada.
Let's see. Someone seems to want to say hi. Let's see if we can get this call. Good morning, caller.
Pleasant good morning.
Welcome.
I was not very near the radio, but I've been hearing in parts. I want to compliment this young man on his attitude towards God. Every now and then I hear him mentioning God. Very few young people today, as they go about from place to place, whatever skills they have, you don't hear them mentioning God. It's they want to be this, they want to be that. Well, in other words, to acquire wealth and position, etc. So, my dear good young man, keep it up. Continue to pray, and you will get there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, someone on WhatsApp says, "Good morning, Gordon and your guest. This is a very good program, but the youth should see this later, because now they are on their way to school. Millions of dollars should be given to those athletes. Lindon, God is your source and keeper. Let us give him thanks and glory."
Amen.
Amen to that. Sharon Bartholomew says, "Congratulations, young man. Keep on doing you and making your parents and Grenada proud." She also said, "Oh yes, some of these doctors, all they want to do is cut into you and then make matters worse instead of looking at the cause and treating the cause."
That's exactly what I mean.
She's on point. Yeah. Someone else wants to say hi. Let's see if we get this call. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, and not much credit, but I just want to say to Lindon, remember that.
I could have done. No.
She did not credit at all. You had a debit, man.
Oh no. I wanted to hear what she had to say too.
Yeah. Lindon, as you'd realize that you're a source of motivation, and it's important, very, very important, that we kind of, people know your journey.
Yeah.
All right, and I think you're a very humble individual, and as time progresses, I know you'd come back and do some sort of motivation and inspiration to our young people. Let's see if we can get this call. Good morning, caller.
Morning, sir. And how are you?
I am good. Welcome.
Morning, Mr. Victor.
Morning. Good morning.
And I think because of your strength of refusing the surgery, that's why God heal you. Right? Although it will always have help. And then I don't want to put your father in a spot, but myself and him is good friend, and he always boasts to me that no matter you see what he's doing, whenever he's in Grenada, he's back on the farm helping everything, the cows and all the stuff. So I hope that is true. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Yeah, he and your dad work together in Grenada.
No, I tell people this, and some people believe that my dad make me do these things, and it's not true.
Yeah.
When I come home, That is what I know, and that is what I've been like. I don't have the opportunity to go on the farm in America, and to me, it's an opportunity. I don't have the opportunity to take my weed and cut me yard, and that is where I find peace. Because now, as I've gotten older, track and field is more of a business. If I don't compete well, I don't get paid. But when I finish cut my yard and I see how nice it looks,
yeah, it's gratifying.
It 100% is.
Yes.
When I done and I clean out the pig pen and it looks clean and the pigs are eating.
Yeah.
To me, it's fulfilling.
I sold your father one of the best bulls he had, eh?
Really? I'm looking for 2 more pigs, you know. For real. I want a couple more pigs to put in the pen.
We'll talk. Lindon, again, Grenada loves you. Someone says, Ian Reggae Master Jones, good morning, Lindon. We love you very much. Continue your good work for Grenada. You know, and I just want to, Lord, the messages just keep coming. Someone says, good morning and congratulations to my nephew. Auntie Clovina loves you. Keep it up.
Thank you, Auntie Clovina.
Yes. Jennifer Lawrence says, very good program. Very proud of you, Mr. Victor. You make Grenada proud. We need more programs like this. Well, as long as Innocent is here in the chair, I'm gonna do what I can to ensure that this sort of things happen. One person said, persons like Lindon who show up and boast Grenada should be heroes.
Yeah, well, before I don't know how much longer we have.
Yeah, a few seconds.
But before we do, I want to send a message to the young men in Grenada. From the time I've been back, I have noticed a problem with the young men in Grenada. That is just my opinion.
Okay.
And I need these young men, whoever is listening, to understand that the future of Grenada depends on you. And I'm encouraging you guys to step up and be men.
Yeah.
Because God called you guys to be leaders. And however far our country is going to go, it's going to depend on how the men take it. And if you don't do nothing in your life, believe you me, forget the medal. I'm just talking to them as men to men. Just say, Father God, thank you. Just talk to him any way that you can. Because if just talk to him, just any stupid talk you could talk, anyhow you feel like talking to him, just do it, because your life needs a turnaround. The young men in Grenada need a turnaround, and I feel like my purpose is to help these young men.
Yeah.
Help, because if we don't do that, the country that I love and I boast up so much is going to get in a place where it's not the Grenada that I know, and it's not the Grenada that I recognize. And
that you would want to identify with.
The young men have to step up and be men. And whatever it is to you, a man is a leader, right? And you guys have to lead. The women are driving the nicest cars in Grenada. It's true. I've noticed that.
Yeah, I usually say if you're driving and 5 vehicles pass, 7 of them are driven by women.
Yeah, and I need, because the country is going to go. The young men are they're just going down a hole where they think that is what a man should be.
Yeah.
And how do I say it? The government have to promote successful young men, to give young men encouragement and things to inspire to be. The young men in Grenada are aspiring to be things that they see on TV.
Right.
And they're thinking that this is what a man should be.
Not knowing his movies.
Yes, it's 100% movies.
Acting, yes.
But like the successful farmer in Grenada, we need to promote him. and show them that there's a side of farming that you could be successful in. Because when they see the guys that they see that are getting the nice girls and the guys that are making the money, or the guys that they just see just sitting idly by the road, right? And I need us to, for somehow, just promote positivity, promote that there are other avenues to be successful.
Okay. Someone is trying to say something to you. Good morning, caller.
Oh, Jesus, thank you. Good morning, innocent. Good morning, child. I wasn't even thinking of calling, but when I hear this young man talk about God, I keep fighting to see if I get a call, to congratulate him and to encourage him to talk to other young men as he's doing now, and talk and pray for them. And young man, no matter what, don't let go of God. And that's what the Grenada needs right now. The world is coming to its closure. It's almost the end of time. Christ is about to come. And if we do not get Grenada to turn to God, Grenada would be just a waste. So thank you. God bless you. Continue to serve God. Continue to pray. Continue to talk to God. And let the material world come as God might send it to you. But don't give your heart to materialism. Give your heart to Christ. And encourage your young men and other young people to do the same. God bless you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, like I just want the young men in particular who I'm talking to be, I feel like they need positive role models. I think that's all that they need.
Are you prepared to take that challenge?
I think I'm taking the challenge with my actions.
Okay.
Right? I am not, anything that you do, I think that what you do should be genuine. And I'm not going to go out there, and I want whoever I motivate to be genuine, just by the way that I walk, the way that I talk, the way that I carry myself.
You're just being real.
Yes.
Real. Yeah.
Right? But I feel like we need to showcase the men that are doing stuff, the taxi drivers that are being successful in Grenada, so that a young man might be encouraged to be a taxi man. The guy. There are farmers that are millionaires in Grenada, but people don't even know that.
They're not highlighted.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, the things that they see are the things that they consume every day on TV, and they think, okay, well, this is what he's doing, and he's successful by doing it.
Yeah.
And
copycat mentality.
And this is another reason why I believe that the young or sporting figures should be more paraded in a way.
They should be more celebrated.
Yes,
yeah.
Because sometimes a young man might see, okay, he just won the world championship. Anderson just won the world championships. I want to be like him because, okay, the government showcased him in a way, in a motivational way that could inspire the younger generation to be the world champion.
But instead, we celebrate the moment when he won, and it dies there.
And that's it. Right? What is encouraging another athlete to be the world champion? Yeah. Like, based on what you've seen from the athletes that have been successful, what is motivating a younger athlete to be the next world champion? Or what is it inspiring the next person to be the best pig farmer or the best farmer?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what is it inspiring? In my experience, young men are motivated by girls and money.
Right, yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah, so they lost there already.
Yes.
Give them an alternative.
Exactly.
Create an alternative for them. Lyndon, you leave soon, right?
Yes, yeah.
When do you leave?
I'm taking up too much of your program.
No, that was the idea. I mean, we were supposed to have another guest, but he did not come in to the studio. He did not show up on Zoom, and I'm saying maybe God just wanted you to, because, I mean, based on the comments that are coming in on our Facebook page and WhatsApp pages, you know, Ian Reggae Master says, Lyndon, you are an inspiration for young men in Grenada. All right. Love Child came, good advice, young man. I really hope some young men are listening and taking that positive advice. You see, these are the sort of These are the sort of programs that I emulate, because we hear a lot of, talk and, a lot of talk, but you're actually walking the walk.
I mean, I'm not perfect.
But of course, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for the best that you can be.
Yeah.
Mary Ebang says, a very motivated advice to all the young men out there. All right? When do you leave Grenada? Friday. And you'll be out for quite a while.
Yeah.
You won't be home for Christmas?
It's unlikely.
All right. So, Brother Finn, you're here. He said to give me his share of ham, right? Okay. And what I just want to, continue to wish you well. I know for a fact that you're deeply rooted spiritually, and the sky is the limit to you, Lindon.
Yeah.
The sky is the limit. You have the prayers of Pastor Laurie and the members of the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God, and your mom, your dad, your sister is a prayer warrior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she is. I usually call her Miss Quap Bank. Good morning.
Play.
No, she's a no nonsense person when it comes to her God. She doesn't.
In everything.
Yeah, she doesn't make. Yeah, she don't mix. So Lindon, all the best, and continue flying the flag of Grenada high. And we'll keep in touch, and who knows, maybe even in Paris, we can do a Zoom link up. And we are going to do our best here at the GBN to do some of the things that you said. We are going to emulate our idols, our icons.
Yeah.
We're going to promote you all.
Yeah.
We're going to let Grenada know how Lindon is doing wherever Lindon is, and GBN is your home.
I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. Folks, I'm talking with the world-ranked Lindon Victor, a man of the soil, a man of depth, a man of focus, a man of positivity. We've got to go. That's it for the program. Never thought it would have been that lengthy, but it was time well spent. Before I go off, though, today is one of our staffers here's birthday. Rena Pierre Thomas, it's your birthday today. She is the news department. Rena, we love you. I know that Janelle is going to be coming with a big cake. I like fruits and a little bit of icing, and I think Mike is going to come with a couple cases of malt and champagne and things like that. So Rena, we are celebrating you today, and all the best. Folks, that's it for the program. Love you. Bye-bye.